Jeffrey Johnson of Red Herring Illustration.
Jeffrey Johnson of Red Herring Illustration, frequent cover and interior artist for Hex Games. You should check him out at redherringillustration.com and pay him to do some art for you.
Ogres paid him.
I'm gonna have to cut that like right there, though. That was a perfect like commercial. We should start putting commercials in our videos or something.
PSAs. Buy from Outlaw Press. Oh wait, whoops.
No.
God, Outlaw.
Have you heard about Privateer Press?
What's going on there?
They were doing a lot of stuff at Daikon, and I got into a conversation with some of their gamers. They're a miniatures game company, and basically their whole business model is we're not going to fuck you like Games Workshop does.
Really?
That is awesome.
like their models are never. Their models never get discontinued, so you can't use them in a game. In fact, they had a bunch of models that weren't powerful enough that nobody was buying, so they changed the rules on them to make them more like, more like something somebody want to buy.
Wow.
So that they could move them out of store stock.
So that they actually pay attention?
But yeah, they had a huge tournament going, and apparently they're getting pretty big.
I've heard the name before, but
I've heard the name. I'm thinking they were a GPA member. Game Publishers Association. If you're a small publisher, join up. thegpa.org. We'll just advertise everything.
Yeah.
There's sort of a map.
Is their stuff super expensive?
But I think I recognize them from there.
Is their stuff super expensive, like how Games Workshop's?
Well, they're trying to keep it as.
Okay, so
obviously it's going to be a little cost to it.
It's going to be a little costly because it's a miniatures game, but they're not going like you don't have to have everything painted to get into a tournament.
Good.
They're trying to set it up so that you can play in their tournaments without spending a shitload of money.
Okay. Do they have
because Games Workshop is basically whoever spends the most wins. Yeah. And they're trying to.
Oh, we better be careful what we say, or 20 more YouTube White Knights might.
No.
Check out my blog on. What is it? Is it the ogreLair.org?
That'll get you there, but ogreLair.org is decent.
OgreLair.org.
Wow, do you not know our URL?
I
You're failing right now.
I Google some things that I shouldn't Google. I'm sorry, I have it saved on 2 different types of browsers right now. And I'm trying to move everything over to the good one. Sorry.
ogreLair.org.
ogreLair.org.
But yeah, if you like miniatures gaming, you should try Privateer Press. I don't actually know these people personally like most of the people I advertise, but they seem like good folks.
If you like miniature gaming, don't go read my blog, because the only parody blog I've done so far has been based on Warhammer 40k, and it's only from what I saw watching people play once, and so it's all
stereotype.
Yep.
Jumanji hat guy versus. That's the
actually
game
we had oh
my god, Con
pleated
Wars.
slack guy.
Every stereotypical convert. And what?
Like a card game.
Yeah, all to what? Get laid by a chick who's not even that hard to get laid by.
Yes.
We just made a game right here, guys.
We need to make that. Remember during the head staff meet and greet how they were talking about getting maybe some little games to give away in the prize room? They're talking about like because someone had a little card game called We Didn't Playtest This at All.
Yeah, I saw
and it was actually a lot of fun. Like somebody brought it in. It's got like cards.
We got a board game like that. We call it Necroclipt.
But it's like it's literally.
You can buy it at drivethroughrpg.com for 99 cents.
He's way better at this than I
like
am.
this. This is good. We should always just throw in advertisements.
Product placement, man.
Like start like even wrapping our drinks and stuff. Like all games considered. Like a movie would do,
Well, I should see them at Fandom Fest in Louisville.
Now, what type of stuff can you get at drivethroughrpg.com?
All kinds of games, but most importantly, games from Hex Games.
I actually like when people came
all
to
sorts
play
of PDFs
the
and even print books now. Hex doesn't have any print books up there yet, but we're working on it.
Also, you can go to Flood Relief.
Yeah. You can buy our Flood Relief bundle. All proceeds are going to the American Red Cross.
What's
you
that?
get a copy of Roller Girls Versus and American Artifacts. No, Book of Dumb Tables.
No.
What's that newest game that you just finished?
Well, it's called Jingo, America's Greatest Combat Squad. Do you like 80s cartoons? Do you like 80s cartoons about kick-ass guys fighting Russian or pseudo-Russian bad guys with tanks?
feel like I
You'll
had to
like
zoom in
Jingo.
and out. That was like I had to zoom in and out because it was like, you know, those commercials for like a kid's toy when they just have to.
Jingo.
Yeah.
Django. So
Actually,
cool, it's hot. So hot, it's cool. Oh wait,
Ball in a bucket.
Pop-Tart.
The LED
Mr. Bucket.
monitors have the same problem that CRTs do with video.
The balls go into my mouth, Mr. Bucket.
No, it comes out his mouth. He spits it out, and you
Yeah.
have to chase it.
That's right. Yeah.
And
It's
then put it
buckets
back.
of fun until Mom trips over it and falls down the stairs and breaks her neck. And then you just keep playing until the ambulance comes.
Who's gonna call the ambulance though?
Mr. Bucket, since he's
Yeah.
alive.
Sentient Mr. Bucket. Oh god, that's terrifying.
Jingo.
I like that. I'm gonna edit this so it's just one big.
Commercial one long string of.
That's what we'll do every time you guys are gonna release a new game. We'll just,
No, we need to do it like seamlessly in a game that we're already playing. Like, just do like, we're going about our M-Force business, and then one of the characters turns to the camera and.
yeah.
Say.
This
Like a
monster
narrator
puts her
who
in-
just comes out, breaks the fourth wall from time. Or we wait till there's a convention that Jeffrey's going to be at, and we have him do a whole bunch of art where we can wrap all of our, dice all of our cans, so that we just play the game and never mention, but the entire time all the artwork around us is for a particular game, like subliminal,
Like
very-
print off all the Edison Force artwork.
Exactly, and just
See, I want to do. Did I show you the Edison Force logo?
I still want to play it.
I told a bunch of people when we played Laser Ponies about the fact that it's on DriveThruRPG.net. A lot of people, because they're like, where can we get this?
We sold
Where can we
one
get
over
this?
the weekend so far.
Yeah, so there was at least
So
3 or
hopefully-
4 people who, like I said, it's not an expensive game, and since the My Little Ponies Friendship is Magic came out, people are way more jazzed about ponies.
There were so many people who were at OMG Con
And they're like, ponies?
in the front lobby. They had that. They were
did
showing it.
They were doing the voiceover thing, and apparently the Purple Pimp from OMG Con was like the funniest dude ever, and no one got it on film.
Oh, really?
Like nobody was filming him.
See, I
He
didn't
took
even
up
know
half
about it
the
until
lobby.
afterwards.
And someone from the head staff Q&A mentioned someone needs to have a My Little Pony panel next year.
No, we need a laser pony panel.
We could do that either way, and people will be like, ponies!
Yeah.
We could have,
My Little Laser Pony?
we could have laser ponies during the My Little Pony.
No, we should.
Oh, we could troll the...
Oh my god, no, we need to throw it ourselves, but have somebody else start running it, and then we just all have to run in like gangbusters and kick them off the table and.
Well, they were gonna have the head, they were about
Do
to...
your ponies have lasers? I
We
don't
were,
think so.
The head staff kind of, for a moment, all came together in the Tippy Lounge before the Q&A, and we were like, well, what are we gonna really do here? And apparently that's been the biggest Q&A ever. Usually we get 6 or
And
7.
there were me and John counted, because me and John from Info Booth showed up at the thing, because we had questions for the head staff, but we weren't going to ask them in front of a bunch of attendees. We thought about it.
I want to get T-shirts with this fucking logo on them.
That is pretty
that's
awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
But,
He does a really good job. Did he do that one too?
Yeah.
There were
good with logos.
9.
He's working on the Hobomancer one now.
Oh, God.
There were 9
It's not
volunteers
completely
in that
done, but
meeting.
it's getting close right now.
Wait, what's the name of that
volunteers.
one that you just did? That one game you just showed off?
That's Edison Force. Coming in June, maybe early July from Hex Games.
What's it?
Thomas Edison. Plus stuff. I actually haven't read over the full draft yet, so I couldn't give you a very good description. But it's Thomas Edison and Teddy Roosevelt kicking ass.
I cannot...
It's always good.
My whole idea of Hobomancer has been destroyed.
Hobomancer.
And maybe the book might not be up here, but I read this book called Murder on the Rails about Robert Silvera, who went by the name Sidetrack, and the FTRA, the Freight Train Riders
The
of America.
Texas...
not this guy, I read it and it just was, if you ever want to do a horror version of Hobomancer, you should read this book, because it talks about how they were gangs, and they all, the initiation process and what colors they wore for which rails they rode.
Oh,
and
really?
like,
This is more modern. Though,
yeah,
right?
modern shit, and it was just like how many people he
Yeah,
killed.
see, Hobomancer set in the 30s,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, but
See.
I read this and it was like, I can't talk about railroads right now because it scares me.
If I
Have you
were to
got it?
run
Yeah,
Hobomancer,
somewhere.
I'm gonna borrow
It should
it
be
when
up
you find
here.
it.
It's called Murder on the Rails.
if I were to
thought
run
about it.
Hobomancer, I would probably have like
If it's not up here, it's on my,
at some
It's on my
point.
desk downstairs.
We actually worked out a lot about the Hobomancer, like, mythology and stuff this weekend at DICON.
Awesome.
That's what... DICON's kind of a small con, but we mainly go to play games with each other before con season starts.
Get ready.
And we end up riffing on a lot of stuff and coming up with ideas. We got a lot of work done on Hobomancer.
They do.
So what con are you going to next?
Fandom Fest in Louisville, Kentucky, July 18th weekend, I think. Other guests include John Carpenter, Henry Winkler, Paducah's own Molly Harper, writes the Vampire books. Kane Hodder's going to be there. But most importantly, Hex Games will be there. Oh, and our old pal Tony Moore will be there.
Well,
Drawing zombies for your pleasure.
what I was trying to get to happen at this Q&A at OMG Con was, and I asked Graham, and I can't believe he said no. We were all sitting in the attendee lounge, and we're thinking, and we're like, what if we get somebody to troll it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just get somebody to come in, like,
remember you asking that.
because Graham could come in like, hey Daniel, who was that chick you were making out with while Gabby was working her ass off for the con and stuff, and be like, you know.
Someone said during the fire alarm thing that yelling at Daniel Dodd is like it was the best analogy ever. It was like spitting on a cloud or something like that. He's such an unflappable, like calm, very chill guy that it's like you yell at him, it's like I don't know.
I trolled one of our panels one time. We had the sex in gaming panel at one convention, and I was running a game up until right after it started. So once my game was over, I went into the panel. Yeah, I was wondering about rules for blowjobs, because I've heard those were in the Unearthed Arcana, but my group never had the Unearthed Arcana, so how do those work?
Oh, I once lost a
Because that was
character.
always our joke, that blowjob rules were in... This was